Hello, hello, soil lovers. Regen Ray here. Welcome. Today, we are very excited because we are getting ready for our webinar tonight. I'm joined by Till. Till, how you going, mate?
Yeah, good, mate. And g'day to everyone out there.
Are you excited about tonight's webinar?
Oh, so excited. It's going to be fantastic.
It's been so fun putting the slides together all week. We've just been like checking out all the facts and figures and getting all like the slides together. And it's just so amazing how many people are also interested in joining. I think we're like over 150 registrants already, and it's kind of going every minute I check it. It's like new people, new people. So the room's definitely going to fill out. So that's why I wanted to make this quick video and just share with anyone that this is really the last chance for you to kind of RSVP and secure your spot. What's got you most excited about tonight's webinar, Till?
I think the community-owned aspect of it, and we can have this project where it's not just, one, two people involved and it's very hush-hush. It's, really out there for everyone to see. It's open source learning. As we've been putting together, I guess, the branding and the logo for Meta Farms, I really like, I don't know, it's not properly discussed yet, but I love the title, not the title, the phrase, boldly regenerative. And I think that, I'm pretty keen to stick with that. But back to that point before, Ray, the amount of feedback that we're getting about this project is just, I love the idea. Can't wait to get involved. Can't wait to see the farm. Yeah, I think we're on to a winner.
I agree. And I think also the fact that people like, oh, finally a way that I can see myself owning some slice of land and getting access to land, helping regenerate it. There was a word that one of the people put, which was like collectively regeneratively. It's like the collective comes together to regenerate and turn like land that's maybe degraded and not so fertile, and then watching that together morphing into this new oasis and the ability to run a profitable farm on it as well. And then, like you said, sharing it in the commons with everyone. There's a couple of slides that I wanted to like sneak peek. Are you okay to sneak peek our slides? Do you want to share our logo?
Yeah.
We leave that for
tonight? Let's share it. It's okay. Pretty good. I'm proud of it.
Okay, this is a first for everyone. So this is the Meta Farms logo. Ta-da!
There we go. I'm stoked about it.
Excellent. Explain what you see when you see this logo.
So there's a few things going on. So firstly, we have the MF, so Meta Farms. It's supposed to be also in a cattle brand, so going back to farming origins, but it's also kind of a sapling too. So there's lots of things going on. We got almost the two cotyledons coming out, or I guess maybe maybe that's not quite cotyledons because we got another leaf coming out. But yeah, we've got the two leaves and then another leaf coming out. I think it's really cool.
Yeah, me too. I love it too. I kind of also see like a little bar graph, like the farm regenerating and improving in this kind of like shadow part. So we put this to the community the other day and we got feedback, and I really love this whole ability of like we can make decisions collectively, and hopefully that people can see that we're already doing that even with our logo. We put it in our Facebook groups, we put it on social media, Twitter, our Discord server. Like we helped get crowdsourcing the ideas. And originally this part was longer and people were like, oh, it's kind of getting lost. And we kind of took that feedback loop and made this shorter and made it more distinctively an M and an F. So, that's the beauty of like crowdsourcing and working smarter and not harder. And that's, the ethos of this whole project. And that's why we want you to come along tonight. The link is around this video. Click the link, RSVP. Even if you can't come live, of course, we're going to record it if technology doesn't fail us. And we're going to send you the replay, but really you kind of like need to be in the room to fully understand what's kind of happening. We're being joined by Darren from Bricklet, which is one of our companies that we're partnering with to make this all kind of possible. And really what led us to this is because we see article after article that's talking about people are getting pushed out of the property market. And you put this slide together. Do you want to talk a little bit about what you want, give a bit of a sneak peek to what this slide's going to be about and why people should come and hear the full version?
Yeah, so I guess being a bit younger, not that I'm worried, but it is always on my mind that we'll never be able to own our own farm, and just seeing this article, first time farmers priced out of entry level properties. Like, isn't that crazy? And if you did want to get a farm like that, just there in the second dot point, the fastest way to do it is to get a loan. but you'd require a $2.8 million deposit at a 50% LVR, which I'm pretty sure is what you need for a farming loan.
Especially these days. It used to be 70%, but because of the, the risk, the money, everyone's kind of jobless, COVID, it's all getting tighter and tighter. And so that loan to value ratio is definitely changing.
Yeah. And so, what entry level or first time farmer is going to have that kind of money? So I guess that's really the problem we're trying to solve and talk about tonight, is how can we collectively be able to get into this asset class and be able to farm farm regeneratively.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. And what I see as a signal as well is there's an article in the Financial Review that I read a couple of weeks ago, and I follow Ray Dalio before even seeing this. He's got a lot of investment content. He's big investor up there with Warren Buffett, and has a massive hedge fund, and he employs teams of people to do the research and the crunching and the analysis. And he's kind of coming to the Australia farmland as a way of like hedging his inflation and kind of putting, it says here, a safe haven bet. And yes, it's still a bet because it's investing. You got to do your own due diligence, and who knows what's going to happen in the future. But it's just really interesting when I see signals like this, where people are investing in farmland, and specifically Australian farmland. And we don't have to keep it under the secret. Bill Gates is like one of the largest private landholders in America. There has to be a reason for that. And for me, it's really a play of like, how do we keep the land in the commons or in the collective group of the many, rather than the top rich kind of monopolizing kind of land and so forth. So that's kind of like something that really drives me and motivates me around that as well. And then the fact that we get to layer what I've been doing for many, many years, and what Farming Secrets and Soil Learning Center has been doing, and you're studying, is these, principles of regenerative and soil and holistic, and, looking really at how nature works. And so I always love showing this picture because it brings together a lot of the principles of how a farm can really work in wholesome together, in symbiosis. If you don't know that word, it's like very common about how nature works together. There is a nice give and take system that works in nature, and you can kind of see that when you slow down and smell the roses. And I think in our busy lives, we've kind of lost that. So bringing the farm system back to this regenerative healing, making the land, the ecosystems, the biodiversity better than the way that we find it on day one, I think is so exciting to be part of. And that is why, the collective regenerative of this project is kind of really cool, because we get to bring in lots of different people and experts and mentors to make this kind of happen. What are your thoughts about, the regenerative side of this project and healing the landscape?
Yeah, I think, well, just the model that we're using, we're able to have a big diversity of people come in and own the land and have their inputs on it. And so if you look at one of the principles there, it's diversity. And we're not just talking about diversity of operations on the farm or systems in the farm, also talking about, I guess, the broader thing of diversity, and even back to the structure and the ownership structure. Think of all the different life experiences that people have that own the farm, and then we can talk about that, pull all that experience together and create all these better outcomes because of it. I think just with what we're doing, Bill Gates and Ray Dalio, I don't think they're using regen ag to run their farms. They're probably doing, corn and soy back to back, forever, using heaps of chemicals on it. And the way I see it is that that's not good stewardship of the land. They're not making their farms better. They're very much, I guess, profit maybe driven. Even though you got to be profit driven in the farm, they're not reinvesting back into these ecological benefits that we'll be doing. So I'm keen to be able to share that with everyone, and be able to regenerate and share it with all the owners of the farm.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. And, a big word in this space is land banking, where people just buy land and just sit on it. It's almost like, instead of parking your money in a bank, you park it in land and get the appreciation of it. Just before we wrap up, if anyone's watching, tonight is your kind of like last chance to get on board. The link is on the the page, and I'm stalling a little bit because it says my internet's unstable. I don't know if that all came through, but the link is around this video. It's farmingsecrets.com/live-webinar. I don't know if that's going to load, but get your details into that website and we will send you all the information. We'll be running it on Zoom. It's all very simple technology. We're not doing anything too fancy. The main thing is that we want either you or anyone that you know that would be interested in getting onto some farmland and getting access to it, and then really understanding the other levels of benefits, which we're going to cover tonight, that come along with having part of this Meta Farms project. So the land is just kind of like part A of the many levels that we have in store for everyone. So yeah, it's 7:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, which is tonight. So it's in 5 hours and 47 minutes, says the timer, if it's correct, because last time I did a video, it was wrong. So now that my internet's stabled up again, this is the page you'll be looking at. All you need to do is click this green button and pop in all your details, and we will send you all the information into your inbox. And then at 7:30, actually should probably rock up a little bit earlier because we're expecting lots of people to come, and that tends to put strain on the system. So get in early. We're going to have a nice video playing as a bit of a waiting room content, and then we're going to kick off at about 7:30 tonight. So I'm really excited. Any final words, Till?
Yeah, just make sure to share around, because even though you might not be specifically interested in it or not in a situation to buy a bricklet, someone else might be thinking, this is exactly what I want and need. So share it around. Don't be selfish, share it around.
Yep, absolutely. And there's ways that you can kind of come together in your own little communities and maybe buy part of this together, but, sorting out your own kind of agreement, whether it be a handshake, paper, but, sometimes there are people saying, yes, I really love this idea, but how do I get into it and be creative? So yeah, it's really fun times and I'm really excited. I feel like this is like one of the most exciting projects I've ever worked on, and really, just seeing people's face light up when you explain what we're doing, they kind of get it and they go, this makes sense. Like, are you planning on duplicating this to all the farmlands? And we're like, yes, let's just do number one first. It's totally duplicatable. So on that note, everyone, we'll see you tonight in the Zoom room. If you can't make it live, watch the replay. And as Till said, share it around, because it might not be something that interests you, but maybe it's your friends, family, and people in your inner circle that this is kind of the thing that they've been waiting for. So I really feel like most people's farmland future is going to start here tonight.
Awesome.
All right. We'll see you tonight, everyone. Take care. And
all right, see you
next
then.
Time,
bye.
Get outside, get your hands dirty, and keep digging deeper into a wonderful world of soils.